So, hello everybody!
Hello.
Something magical happened.
Magical?
Something magical happened. I reached 10,000 subscribers. Yes! It's like in Mission Impossible. I even had the subscriber had to enlist her husband's YouTube account to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, by the way. In order for me to reach 10,000. 我提前跟大家道歉，我今天呢想做的这个环节呢是 couples Q&A， 因为这个环节呢是因为 involve Hugo， 所以说我也是之前在 Instagram 上，还有 YouTube 上面，还有微博上面，就是寻找一些大家想问的问题，然后把它们综合在一起呢拍这个片子。但是因为有很多是需要他回答的，就我们之间需要有一个这个所谓的 interaction。所以我没有办法用中文全程做这个视频，所以今天这个视频呢，我就会用英文做。就我非常抱歉了，如果你所在的国家不说英文的话，我觉得如果谈话性视频做 subtitle 真的是工作量很大，所以我可能会挑一些我觉得大家真正感兴趣或者说的比较精确的一些东西去写，而不会每一句话都翻译。希望大家可以理解啦。那我们开始吧。Okay, number one 啊。What is the trait that you admire the most about each other, and what is the thing that you hate or cannot stand about each other? And if it is, how do you deal with it?
Okay. You want to start?
You can start.
I can start?
Yeah.
The most amazing trait, can only be one trait? Or can I
Why do I have that many good things?
You have a couple of good traits.
Okay.
Okay, so one, Lynn is extremely intelligent. Not only intelligent, she's diligent and honest. So I think those are three qualities in her that bonds well with my personality. There is nothing that I cannot stand about Lynn. There is things
something
that annoy me, but it's not that I cannot stand. There is nothing from Lynn that I cannot stand. Annoys me that she's super messy and super lazy. So it annoys me. The messiness, because I like everything organized, everything in place, everything clean, and obviously having someone that do not care at all about that. It gets on my nerves sometimes. But we don't fight because of that. There are no fights because of that. How do I deal with that as well? Yeah, that's the question.
You put up with it.
I just clean after her and tidy up after her.
It's like you're talking about me liking that creature, just leave a trail of mess behind her, and you go behind me picking up everything.
Yes.
Right? You're painting me to that kind of image.
The laziness doesn't affect me. You know, is who she is how she is. I know her since the beginning that way. So I love her. She compliments me.
For me, what I like about you and what I don't like about you is exactly the same thing.
Is exactly the same thing?
Yeah, because I think my personality, I'm very passive. A lot of time I don't like to do things. I prefer to do nothing at all than to do even a little something. That's my personality.
Lazy.
So if it weren't for Hugo, I'd probably just be hiding in a hole somewhere for the rest of my life. Honestly, I have that personality in me. So what I like about him is that he's more creative. He's a doer, basically. And then I'm a dreamer. No, I don't even dream, actually. I'm just a do-nothinger. So that's what I like most about him. So I think because of having Hugo in my life life's become more colorful in a way. But to the things I don't like about him would be sometimes he always wants to be doing something. He has no off switch. Yeah, so he's always like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, I have an idea, let's do this. And it can get really tiring to someone like me, because I just want to shut everything down and then just be quiet for a few years. That's kind of thing. You understand?
Yes. Actually, many of our arguments are exactly because of this.
Because of that, I just want to do nothing, and he always wants to be doing something. But maybe that's what attracted me to him, because he's so different from me. We are exact opposite when it comes to this particular point, I think. And apart from that, I don't think Ugo has any other, bad things. He's a bit naive, a bit childish. I think a lot of people. Can I say that? Yeah, I think a lot of men are like that.
Be honest.
Right? Childish, naive. That's not a bad thing, he's not, doesn't make a person bad. It's just, brings out the mother in me.
What do you say? Stupid happy.
Stupid happy. How do you balance the culture differences between each other? And then also when it comes to a different habit in life, for example, this is the viewer's question, yeah? Her husband like to shower in the morning, and then don't shower in the evening before going to bed. And she's different, like Chinese prefer to shower in the evening to go to bed clean. So I think how do we deal with that?
Okay.
You think we have a lot of culture differences?
Let's put it this way. I lived in Asia for 11 years. Although I was not in China or mainland China, I lived in Asia, in Southeast Asia for 11 years. There are many similarities within those cultures, family-wise, etc.
That doesn't make you.
Yes. Now hold on. I know it doesn't make me Chinese. But I mean, also Lynn lived in the West since she was 18 years of age. So she has acquired. This is in my personal view, my personal view on our relationship. She has acquired a lot of Western mentality in different matters and subjects, and I can associate her Asian or details, of her Asian culture.
In a word, I'm not too Chinese and he's not too Westerner, basically.
Correct.
So we kind of like in between.
Again, we complete each other in another way.
We can find sort of a middle ground when it comes to this.
In regards to the showering that your viewer
we have exactly the same problem.
No, it's not a problem.
I also shower in the evening.
It's not a problem.
He also shower in the morning. So then there's never queues for the shower. We can separate the time.
Well, we have 2 showers anyhow, but I mean.
But it's a good thing we don't shower at the same time.
But I explain the reason why I like to shower in the morning. I like to shower in the morning because I go out. So I like to have a shower before I put on clean clothes and go out. If it is too hot, I'll definitely shower once I'm back home. Yeah. If it is not too hot and there is no sweating, I didn't get dirty, then there is no need to shower anymore. I just shower again next morning.
In Portugal, Adam was always showering every day. Yeah. So it's just something you pick up when you're growing up. You cannot change it. I think it's difficult to change.
And that should not be any reason, in my personal opinion, to have any conflicts within the couple. You get me? Each one.
Maybe you find it odd in each other, they do it that way, but over time you just learn to live with it, and you get used to that very soon.
There are not many differences between me and Lena. There are not many differences.
Yeah.
She is very westernized, and the Chinese side in her, I can sort of
deal with it. Things like eating rice, and he can deal with that. He can eat more.
Also, I tell you that Lynn is not like a must-have Chinese food every day.
Yes.
Even when we were living in London, it was actually me who asked her to let's go Chinese? To the. We had a couple of Hong Kong favorite restaurants through, and it was me who tell her let's go. So there are no big deals with that with us.
This
I hope we assisted clearly.
Yeah, but maybe they were talking about something else, but this is the way we answer, right? And then the third question. how do you cheer each other up when it comes to obstacles and then struggles in life? That's it. That's the question.
How do we cheer each other up? Lean.
We cheer each other up in different ways.
Yes. Lean always sees everything as negative as it can get. So her personality is almost
prepared for
always,
the worst.
Yeah, almost always like this. You know, like flatlined.
Yes. Very
Lynn
stable.
doesn't get too excited about anything. She also does not get too depressed about anything.
Yeah.
There were 2-3 times in our life together where she went through 3 big downturns, 2 major, and one was that I can recall off the top of my head. Yeah. So the loss of your father, so the loss of Papa Jang, and then it was the loss of our dog, and when Lynn was diagnosed with cancer. So those were the only 3 times that I saw Lynn breaking down emotionally. So in,
like
in 8-9 years of being
For
together, only seeing somebody down 3 times.
And Wugu is down like periodically all the time.
Pretty amazing. And how do I cheer her up? I want her always to know that she always has my emotional and physical support on whatever I can do. Yeah, so she should know, and if she doesn't, I'll try and tell her that I'll always be here by her side, no matter what. And that's the only way I can cheer her up in those extreme moments.
With him, because Wugu get depressed a lot frequently than I do.
Because I'm normally always very high. And
he's like he goes through really happy moment and he'll have a crash.
Yes.
So with him it's very, very predictably unpredictable. Can I say that? Because you don't know when he's gonna get a depression, but it's for sure
depression.
It's gonna happen. Not depression, like a down, like a
downer.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit
upper and downer, upper and downer. It's
and
always like that. But most of the time, I think it's because of the people in his life or what he goes through in life, and what we go through in life together as well. But my way of cheering him up would be put everything in a more logical way. I like to explain everything with logic.
If I may interrupt,
Yes.
So here we revert back to question number 1. Lynn is she's that special. So she
basically I brainwashed my husband into doing anything like that, because I always this is what my father did for me when I was growing up. Whenever there's any issue, my father always set me down, talk to me, put things into a perspective or explain everything in a more logical way, convince me to do things his way. Basically, that's my dad did to me. So I learned from the best how to verbally manipulate somebody. No, I put things in a more logical way to explain to him. There's nothing really worth getting down about. And then also there's no people in life apart from our direct family, is worth that kind of trouble for us to think about whatever worries that we might have, insecurity we might have because what other people say or do to us. And it's better to focus on our own personal life than to focus on other people's success or failure. Either way, it has nothing to do with us. We need to be more selfish, need to be more focusing on improving our own life by just doing the things we want to do instead of looking at others and thinking, should I be doing something like that person doing? Because I also sometimes make that mistake myself. And then he gets down for different reasons, because we are going through a lot of difficulties in our personal life because of my health issues. But on top of that, life still has to continue. It's not just because you have a spouse that has a cancer, then everything else stop ticking, and then fully focus on her. It's just like one extra stress added onto your already existing life. So he has to deal a lot with, he has to personally deal with a lot, not only just driving me to Coimbra, to home. It's not just a physical chore. It's also the emotional draining experience for him to have one extra worries on top of everything else.
Well, the biggest worry
on top of everything else, and he needs to deal with his mother, my mother, and then my treatment, the house. Was a lot of things going on at the time. So for me, I think I'm the what do you call it? I'm the rock of this family. I'm the rock of this family. I'm the one that holds everything down and together. That's my function. He is the one. He's like the, what do you call it? The compass on this boat. He's the one who tells everybody where I want to go. This is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. We serve different purpose in this relationship, so we have to cheer each other up, because that's the only way for us to move on, move forward, and then maybe if we could improve on ourselves. So
we do it together.
Yeah. So over the years, we learned this is the best way for us to do it. And if he's down, I cheer him up. If I'm down, he cheers me up. If everybody fucking down, so everybody stay quiet and just be by yourself. Don't influence the others. And then when you're ready, you come back talk about it. Is it?
But normally we rarely
are depressed all the time. We always do it periodically, either him or me. So that's a good thing. I imagine if we're all fucking depressed, what are we gonna do?
That would be a depression fucking situation.
Okay, so, and then also the fourth question. Have you ever met any challenges in your marriage? And then if so, how did you two handle? And how do you get on with each other in everyday life? Marriage challenge.
We never had any problems. If I want to do something, as we mentioned earlier, it's always me who instigates whatever I want for our life, where I want to take it.
Yeah.
And Lynn will come in and rationalize everything. So we'll together decide, is it a good option? It is not a good option.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, correct.
So we always, between the two of us, sometimes I may
but
really,
sometimes
really
you don't
want
listen to me.
Yeah, sometimes I really, really want to do something. She still disagrees about it. And depending on what it is, I may still proceed and do it.
Yes.
But normally...
And that's when you fail.
normally, always discussed between me and Lynn. Lynn utilizing a more rational point of view on the direction I want to go, or the matter I want to tackle, whatever I want to do. She will always rationalize it first.
And the second part of the question is, how do you get on with each other in everyday life?
Perfect. I could have not asked for nobody else.
We get on with each other in the way that if one person's busy, the other one don't bother her. If he's busy, I don't bother him. If I'm busy, he doesn't bother me. That kind of situation. We have our own thing to do, and then if we want to talk, we speak to each other. And then sometimes if he gets very bitchy, and I'll just shut him up.
Ask me the question again.
How do you get on with each other?
Yeah, very well. We complement each other.
Maybe our personality matches. Yeah. So I sometimes need to be left alone.
Lynn knows
I cannot be talking to somebody for a long time. I have to have my quiet moment. I need to be left alone, and he can leave me alone.
Lynn knows me very well, and I know Lynn relatively well, so we can pretty much read each other on where we are emotionally at each stage.
Okay. So fifth question. 5th, yeah. If you guys have a fight, who gives in first? Who is the one that?
Always me. I'm the one who gives in first. I'm the one that come and kiss, and sometimes she plays the tough like this. She makes all these funny faces.
But that's also because you also is the one who started the fight.
It's not a fight per se. It's not an argument.
But I think.
But it's always me. I do not like. First, I do not like shouting, screaming. So I'll always avoid that. She gets really upset. Once I start, after we have an argument, and after I start a little kissy there because she's moody, and I know immediately if I can continue or if she's still really upset, because she'll tell me, "Leave me alone." I know, okay, it's not time yet. So I just leave her alone and go and do my thing, and I'll try again. I'll attempt again later. And after a few hours, she just gives in.
Between me and him, he has the personality to come, but he would never apologize or say sorry or nothing like that. He would just say, he will restart the conversation basically, and then normally it's just talking shit, and then see the other one calm down. I don't just start go back. If it's something unresolvable through this, then we have to carry on talking about it. It's basically like that. But that's our procedure when it comes to having a fight. Number six. I'm curious about what does Lin and Ugu do for a living, and except YouTube, what does the Lin's income comes from, and then also want to know how is Ugu's job and his life like. So it's basically about what we do for a living in Portugal.
For those of you that see Lin's videos, seems like we're always doing something. We're really not. We most of the time at home.
Yes.
And chilling out, chilling with the dog. That's our life. It's a very chilled life.
Yeah.
So, what do we do? I sold my business in
London.
And I told Lin that
Was a small size business.
yes. How can we utilize our
because he got really sick and tired of London. It was work, and then afterwards it's spend. It's like a vicious circle. You cannot get yourself out because you work really hard and you feel like, oh, I deserve it. I need to reward myself, and you spend all the money you earn on shit you don't need, and then you go back because you spend the money. You have to go back working again.
Okay, so
can never get out of it.
With that said, so then I told Lin, how can we maximize our savings? Yeah.
Like savings.
Our pot. And change our lifestyle.
It will not go very far in the city like London.
Correct.
Actually,
also
this also
weather.
answered the other question. Why did you move to Portugal?
Okay. So that will also
maybe can combine with this together.
Correct. So also the weather in the UK is one of the most horrendous weathers that I've ever
Horrible
experienced.
weather.
No wonder that people over there are always
Get depressed,
miserable.
yeah.
Good clean weather, relatively safe countries, good food.
Plus your home country. Yeah?
And then to make it even, safer and a quicker move, Portugal. We do small property investments.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's how we...
Because Portugal, first of all, where we've been investing in are small houses, small flats in a village town. They are a lot cheaper than the largest city or the major city. So they don't require as huge capital to start the process. And then the profit margin is about the same, actually, I think. Probably even higher than some of the major properties in the city.
So that's what we've been doing.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
we've
we
been
do.
doing slowly and very carefully.
Yes.
We not.
We take our time. There is no rush to do anything.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of money to begin with anyway. So I joined in with Ugu because initially when he proposed the idea, I thought yes, it suits us. It's a good thing for us to do it this way. So I joined in with him. We went 50-50 with all of the investment we've been doing. Sounds like a lot. It's really not. The reason I have never explained this, ever since somebody questioned like, what do you do for a living in Portugal? I've always say I'm a housewife, yeah. But I never explain this part because I don't want anybody to think it's more than what it actually is. It's not.
Right.
It earns okay, but it's nowhere near the.
We cannot go to London and just buy a property.
No,
over there.
no, never, ever, ever. We can only earn okay, comfortable for
Because we
ourselves to
also
live.
live a down-to-earth life.
Yeah, because we also don't need huge,
Yeah.
but we live okay. That's it.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I wanted. And I would prefer to not have cancer, but I cannot have it all. Nothing major. It's a small thing. It's a small kind of a operation that we have gone on with us.
Right.
And then it's purely based on what property is available on the market.
Find the right thing.
It really has to be the right thing, has to be the right price tag for us. Otherwise, we cannot even attack it because we don't have enough capital to work on these things. Okay, so that is what we do for living. But I am a housewife that does not clean. How did you decide to live in abroad or live in China? Lin, what do you think the most important thing in marriage? How do you know your boyfriend is the one to spend the rest of your life with?
So that question is for you.
It's for me 啊。我觉得，当时就是在决定国外生活、国内生活，对我来说就是完完全全没有考虑过，因为那个时候我已经在英国定居了，所以我已经决定在国外生活了。至于我真的没有想过我会来到葡萄牙，是被他逼的。但是呢，就是说在来到葡萄牙之前，我已经决定就是说在英国一直生活的下去，就是这种感觉，因为我已经习惯了这种生活，我不想回到中国，在面对这个人情往来啊、工作呀、各种各样的同事之间的关系啊平衡，我觉得我的性格可能也不太适合，我这人说话太直了，容易得罪人，然后我也没有什么中国的一些关系可以让我开发，所以我就觉得去中国对我来说没有什么太大意义，在国外生活其实已经很舒服了，所以我当时就是已经决定在国外生活了。至于嫁给他呢，也是后话，是已经定居了以后我才找到他的，后来我们俩才结的婚，所以我当时一直以为我肯定会一直在伦敦待下去，但没想到他突然有一次就决定了想要来葡萄牙，那我也没有办法，我只好跟着他，一起过来，就等于是又转展到了葡萄牙来定居，这都是一些人生的际遇吧，也没有计划好的，就不知道为什么就碰到了这种情况。我觉得婚姻里最重要的应该是交流，就是千万不能有一些东西是互相瞒着对方的，就是有些东西真的是要说。你要想，就是说你这个老公啊，或者你老婆也好，他跟你的朋友啊，或者甚至跟你父母都不一样。他是一个对你来说呢，既然叫老公或者叫老婆，他就是你一个人生有多长，你就需要跟这个人待多久的一个。跟生命的长度一样长的一个伙伴，这样的伙伴呢是值得你100%的，就是交心的。就很多东西你就可以，就是需要跟他就实话实说，真正的交流。就很多事情，如果你觉得不开心，你觉得不舒服，你就要说出来。如果你觉得有问题，是一个问题，你就需要跟他沟通。很多问题，我觉得婚姻里有时候出现的问题，是因为沟通不够。所以我觉得婚姻最重要的还是沟通啦，就是看两个人是不是在一个频道上，能不能说到一起去哈。所以这个如果要是能说到一起去的话，沟通也会顺畅很多，很多东西都好开口。否则的话，就有一种隔着肚皮跟一个人交流那种感觉，就好像总是有些东西做不到位。如何确定自己的男朋友就是能，就是说跟他生活一辈子的人，这个问题真不好说。说看你自己 跟他平时相处的一种模式，你是不是觉得虽然有一些小摩擦，但大体上是没有问题的？是这种感觉呢，还是说是感觉上有很多问题，但是因为呢已经付出了那么多，不想呢在这个时候就是止损嘛，就觉得好像损失很大了，才一直跟他这么强耗下去。如果是那种关系的，就不值得过一辈子。如果很多问题有，但都是小问题的，就大方向上没有问题，我觉得就应该 OK。还有就是看这个人拿不拿你当回事儿了。如果我觉得你的男朋友很拿你当回事儿的话，就是你在这个关系中的地位相对来说是比较有存在感的这种情况的话，我觉得就是两个人一起过一辈子的几率也会更高一些。这个每一个人的情况真的不一样。你想吧，就是别人的感情生活，就是在外人的眼里看，很多东西标准都不一样。像有些人一看就觉得他俩应该早就分开了，可是人家就是非常非常坚持的过好多年。有些人你就觉得哎呀真的是模范夫妻，可是没2天就离婚了。所以我觉得别人的感情在外人眼里看是非常不准确的，因为你不了解他们，就是说关了门以后互相两个人的相处模式是什么样子的，而且这种东西也不可能跟外人说的。所以说呢，就看你们自己两个人互相之间的感情了解的程度，或者说你对自己的了解程度。但是我就觉得不管是怎么样吧，就是在评价你的男朋友值不值得你跟他过一辈子的时候，你就自己问问自己的真心呗，就不谈别人怎么看待你们这对 couple， 就看你自己怎么看待你跟他一起。你就问你自己，你觉得你跟他在一起开心吗？他会不会给你带来更多的快乐？如果你不跟他在一起了，你的生活会不会变得更不好？不是说经济上的，我说的是就是说精神上的那种感觉哈。你会不会更不快乐？如果跟他会不会增加你生活中很多的快乐，很多的价值？如果他有的话，我觉得就可以；如果他没有的话，就是其他东西别人再说什么都没有用。谁跟你说啊这个人多好，你为什么不跟他在一起？那种人你让他们去死，又不跟他过，是跟你过，对吧？所以说你的感觉是最重要的，你觉得可以就行，你觉得不行，别人说什么也不好使，知道吗？ I answered the
That was a big question.
I answered the 7th question. Now I'm gonna go on to the 8th question.
Okay, how many total?
It's 14 or something. The 8th question is, how does Ugu think about Lin being a full-time housewife? So that's a question directed towards you.
Towards me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make there is no difference. Like, I mean, nothing. I feel happy. I feel happy to have her always nearby.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense?
Okay.
So it doesn't.
I cannot be anything else than a full-time housewife anyway.
Yes.
Because
even when it comes to redact any properties or it's me who handles everything. Lynn always comes in and bitches
and the
about.
calculator.
Yeah, the bitches around. Yes. She calculates the costs, and then she comes and bitches if something is not like she wanted.
Yes, we play good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Good cop.
He's the good cop, I'm the bad cop in Portugal.
Because I need to manage and handle everybody.
Yes, because the contractor here is they don't do shit all, yeah. They are very laid back. They go whatever. They also not interested in earning money, and that's what I find funny. So sometimes we have a deadline to keep. We have something that needs to be done. He's not in the position to pressurize anybody. He can go nag them, but not to pressurize them. But I'm always throwing a fit in the work site.
She makes me lose face in front of the...
Hey, but it works because they always tell him, tell your wife, we do this, we do that. So I think it works. They don't know what I'm talking about, but they could see I'm angry. So I'm the fit thrower.
You are the pain in the ass.
Yeah, so, a full-time housewife or not,
It makes no difference.
I couldn't have done any other things in Portugal anyway. In this country,
we have the right lifestyle for us.
It's just this way. I try my best to assist him. Not really. I try my best to manage him. And manage the unmanageable, basically. But I have my purpose. I provide my part of the. What do you call it? It's like I have something to bring to the table as well. So I'm not just there to shout
like
and then to swear. I'm not that like that. I also have my part of contribution.
Yes, you can put it whatever way you want. Good cop, bad cop, etc. We have the right lifestyle for the two of us, as a couple, as a unit. We just complete each other in all senses. Yeah, emotionally, mentally, physically, in all senses, we complement each other. So there is no, I think nothing is perfect actually. There is nothing wrong with my wife being my housewife. Moving on.
Next one saying that does my family bitch about me marrying a foreigner, and also for example, like language barriers, because you don't speak Chinese, so you cannot communicate properly with my family.
Is that a question for you?
It's a question for me. 我们家呢，就是当时我嫁人的时候，我爸当时就觉得简直就是太开心了。不管这个那个，因为我嫁人的时候都30岁了嘛，他就觉得这个时候还有人愿意娶我，赶紧打包送走，就是那种感觉。所以我爸从来没有说过啊，你为什么嫁一个老外？你嫁一个老外也不能跟我沟通，他没有说过这样的话。而且他们就觉得我在英国生活这么多年，而且最后决定在英国定居呢，我要再找中国人的可能本来就比较低，因为国外虽然说有很多的中国人，但大部分还是外国人多一些嘛。所以我爸就非常轻易的就接受了我嫁老外的这个事实。而且我嫁 Hugo 的时候 Hugo 比我帅多了，那我爸都觉得，哎，为什么他要找你？就那种感觉。我爸都问过我，他怎么看上你了？就那种感觉。我说他眼瞎，也不是眼瞎，是因为他看到了别人看不到的，就是浮于表面的能看到的是我的纯洁完美的内心。就是因为吧，我觉得我们当时就是脾气刚好就是对了。然后我妈妈呢，就是最近这几年她有一点抱怨，就是她来葡萄牙的时候，她发现她跟 Hugo 沟通不了就有点就假客气那种感觉，你知道吗？两个人见面就是你好我好的都挺好，你要是家里没有什么事儿吧哈，就见面打个招呼就 OK 了。可是你说像我们要出去玩啊，或者说真的要是出去溜达办点什么事儿的时候，我妈就觉得 Hugo 是一个什么事情都就是说就是在脸上都让人看出来那种啊。他要是不愿意，他当着我妈面还给我妈甩脸子。我妈看完就特别生气，因为我们中国人讲究就是说你是小辈儿嘛，你再怎么不高兴，你也不能跟一个长辈儿去甩脸子，对吧？但是 Hugo 跟他亲妈甩习惯了，他跟我妈也这么甩，我妈就觉得特别不受尊重。如果他要是会说中文，我妈可能当时就说他了，但是他不会说中文，我妈就最后来说我，所以我就是倒霉。我在我们家现在是受夹板气。Hugo 没有这方面的问题，因为我跟我婆婆可以直接说英文，但是我在我妈面前跟 Hugo 面前，我就是那个受夹板气的。我妈要是跟他生气的，我妈就来往我身上发泄，然后 Hugo 要是跟我妈有什么问题，他就往我身上发泄，所以我是最倒霉的。这个问题不应该是他们抱怨，应该是我抱怨。我不是娶了，我嫁了一个不会说中文的老公，最后我倒霉，知道吗？所以这也是我自己的一个东西，就是我必须要在中间平衡。所以我后来想，我也来和稀泥，我也在他们俩中间和稀泥。我现在把他俩和得可好了，我妈也挺喜欢 Hugo 也挺喜欢我妈，就这样。有些东西就是这也是给我一个发挥的空间，他们没有办法互相直接沟通，我说什么就是什么，我想怎么说就怎么说。结果现在你看俩人相处的也 OK， 也挺好的，还觉得特开心。然后我妈觉得 Hugo 是一特好的那个女婿，Hugo觉得我妈是特懂事的一个丈母娘，这样我不就好了吗？我不 就没事了。这不就你不要把这个问题往不好的方面想，你把这个问题往好方面想，给你多大发挥空间，你说什么就是什么，他们都听不懂对方，所以现在你就变成上帝了，你想怎么整就怎么整，想捏圆就捏圆，想错扁就错扁，就这样。哎，我突然发现我这么说完，我又顺便回答了另外一个问题，就是有一个同学问我 Q 跟我妈妈相处的怎么样，他们俩相处模式现在就是这样，就也不可能变得比这个更好了，我觉得，因为 QQ 也不想学中文，我妈也不想学葡萄牙语或英文，所以说呢，他们俩的这个关系就基本上停滞在这个状态了，就全靠我在中间做多大努力，我做努力大呢，他们就会更好一些；我做的努力小呢，他们就会停滞在现在这个状态，基本就是这样的。
Hello everybody.
Hi everybody. I got really car sick in the
Lynn
in the
got
car.
really ill, almost pooped herself.
Almost shit in my pants. So I have to pause it and then the rest we do at home.
Yes.
最喜欢的
question
YouTuber,
Question?
favorite YouTuber.
Question number?
10. 我没有一个特别喜欢的，因为我以前有一段时间看那个彩妆的比较多嘛，我就会 subscribe to 一些就是专业彩妆师啊，像什么 Lisa Eldridge 之类的那种。但是最近也不怎么看彩妆了嘛，就有一段时间也在看做饭的那个，我就特别喜欢小高姐的那个视频，就做饭。剩下的也就是有的时候会看，有的时候不看。我特别喜欢就一个英国的一个奶奶，她叫什么 Miss Frankie Cat。其实她的 subscriber 非常非常的少，但是呢，她因为年纪大了嘛，我觉得她的就是想法就比较成熟一些，好用就好用，不好用就不好用。所以她的那个，她有时候喜欢这个东西，她说这个东西好不好用，我就觉得她说的很对。我有一次没听她的，她说那个 Tom Ford 那个 Cream Eyeshadow， 她说非常不好用，我就去买了。买了之后，我觉得啊，事实证明她说的是对的，就是不听老人言，吃亏在眼前那种感觉。除了他以外，剩下我都是断断续续，有时候看，有时候不看，没有特别关注哪一个 YouTuber。The 12th question: How does your husband get on with your mother? I already spoke from my side. Now you speak from your side. How do you think you get on with my mother?
With all honesty, you want full honesty?
All honesty.
Full honesty.
Why would you lie?
Okay, so I go very well with Mama Jang, Lilin's mother. There are things that Lynn is here, so she'll not allow me to anything I cock up. She'll revert. I'm extremely clean, extremely organized. I have my methodology on all of these things. Her mother
My mom also
on.
thinks she's very clean.
No, yes. Her mother is also very organized, and I love the way she folds the clothes when she comes over here after they're washed. The only thing is that my method of cleaning is different from her mother's. So we clash on that. I'm always telling Lynn, just ask Mama not to clean, I'll do it. Although the Mama insists in doing it, it just pisses me
And
off.
towards the end, my mom just wait for him to get out of the
Yes.
house, and she go quickly clean everything. And then by the time he comes home, she's already done it.
But then I know that her mother
It's not
did
done
that
properly, according to him.
Because her mother uses the same cloth to clean all areas of the property. Yeah.
Not all areas.
No, all areas. Because I arrive home, I go to the sink in the bathroom, and it's full of dog hairs. You get me? You understand me? So I should not mention that.
No, I don't
We
think it's
cut,
that
cut,
bad.
cut.
It's just she doesn't use
Okay.
the same cloth
Yes.
to clean
So
everything.
remove all
But
the
she
parts.
doesn't.
Lynn,
She
hold
doesn't.
on. Hold on.
She
Let's-
doesn't use product.
Let's start.
Like
We
my
start.
mom use water to clean everything,
Ah.
but you like to use different sprays to clean it.
So you say
And
that
then,
again. So say that again.
my mom, when she uses water to clean, she doesn't clean properly
Ah.
and leave those watermarks, and he gets really upset.
Yes.
And then
I
he
like-
shows on his face.
Yes.
So my
I
mom
like
got
the
really
glass
hurt
of the
because
bathroom.
of that.
Polished, no water drips, no foggy smeared areas. I like everything polished. The crumbs in the bathroom, in the kitchen, all fully polished. I have my standards in that. And I rather do it because when my mother comes, she also do no cleaning whatsoever. She just leave it for me, so there is no problems. But her mother insists, so now she does it on the background. Me and Lynn piss off, and when we come back, she done her thing. But in general, yes, I go very well along with Mama. You know.
You piss her off all the time, and then if you piss her off and she come back at me, not at you,
Yeah, she gets
right?
angry at Lynn.
For no reason at all. And she start picking on me.
No, but we have a good relationship in general. Overall,
okay.
it's a good relationship.
I think for not speaking the language of each other, you are as good as you ever gonna be, right?
Question number?
Number 13.
13.
How did Lynn and Ugu met?
On
Was
Zeus-
it love at first sight?
There's more to the question?
Or you guys just developed the relationship over time?
Okay.
Who was the first one to say, I...
Really? That's part of the question? That somebody wants to know?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
No, I like you. I don't know how to explain it in English because the original Chinese question was 谁先表白? 表白, how do you say that? I don't
Okay,
know.
so let's go to the first point. So, 2010, I saw this biatch on a dating site and looking for a partner. At the time, not looking for a wife, but looking for someone that could share life with me and be by my side and myself by the side of that person. And I sent her an email, no reply. Second email, no reply. Third email, I thought, okay, let me write a little bit more and see if she replies. Otherwise, I just move on. And then on the third is that number. Yeah. She came back to me. She actually called me. It was 11 something in the evening. I never forget. And we chatted for like an hour. And then we arranged to meet up. And then we had a good dinner. We chatted for hours. Yeah. Then obviously.
So would you say we are like a love at first sight?
Not love, but interest from my side. A little bit of lust and interest to proceed with more dates. Yeah, and you?
I don't want to say it makes you too happy.
Is it?
Yeah, from my side there was a lot of lust.
A lot of lust.
But at the time, the reason I did not reply to your first and second
email, too short.
It was very short. And then also the picture you used was very fat.
Very fat.
Yeah, very fat. You know you cannot tell somebody's height from the picture. Yeah, but you can tell if they're fat and skinny. So the picture he showed on his page was all very fat, with those handbag, you know, like crossbody.
Like I wear all the time now.
And I just thought, are you sure you're that height? I'm not so sure.
Was I high?
A bit chubby.
Was I tall?
Yeah, you're tall. You're how you are, but from picture I cannot tell. Yeah. So
it was not a disappointment.
Yeah, so I was thinking, okay, yes, okay looking. And then you sent me the long message, and I thought, yeah. I think because of my personality, I do not do very well with bullshit, so I respond to genuine people. If someone come across genuine to me, I like that kind of personality.
But we hit that
when
at
I
dinner.
saw the email, I really already knew, and this is at least the personality I like. Yeah.
But at dinner, we really hit it off.
Yeah, and then when I actually met him personally, and then he looked very nice, and then he was very tall. You are still very tall. Yeah, so he's tall. And then I remember your teeth. I think that was the first thing I remember. Like really white teeth. And always smiling, yeah. And we were talk.
Stupid happy.
Stupid happy from the beginning, and we really talk. I found you, I think, very easy to talk to. I think you also found me very
we
easy
hit
to
it
talk
off
to.
at dinner. Was
I was just talking shit.
I think even the waiters, if I recall well, even they picked it up that we were on a blind date. Yes.
So I think in a way it was not 100% love at first sight, but we're very happy about each other's look at least. Yeah, when we first
The
met.
relationship developed from there.
And then developed from there quickly.
Very quickly, yes.
She's saying,
She's asking-
how do you make sure that maintain that your husband like he spoil you, that kind of feeling for a long time?
I don't understand.
Like, because I think maybe to her the relationship between us comes across that you always spoiling me.
I'm always spoiling you.
So she's asking
Lynn doesn't spoil.
what is the reason behind that? Like, what would be the secret behind that? How do you make
your
sure
secret.
that
Your secret.
How do you make sure that always happens?
I don't know. I think that has to do with the man's personality, and not so much to do because. Can I see my point of view on when you watch too much television? I noticed that trophy wives, always seem to be very spoiled. Lynn is not my trophy wife. She's the love of my life. So it is my pleasure to, and within my personality, to spoil her rotten, or as much as I can. You understand me? I would give her the world if I could. Unfortunately, I can't afford it. I spoil her the way I can. So I think people sometimes interpret wrong when they watch TV programs and see these people getting extremely spoiled with extreme luxury. There is more of trophy. In my personal opinion, everybody will have their own opinion on the matter.
But that's what the television is brainwashing people into
Lina,
believing.
I don't spoil her rotten. I just
because I don't take. It doesn't take too much.
In
for
Portuguese,
be happy.
it's called miminhos. Is from my heart. Sometimes I do stuff for her. She gets really upset. Why did you buy this? Or why did you do that? Why did you spend the money? Why did you? I get a bollocking. So it's not always a well-received gift or well-received treat. So yeah, there is no special.
It's a risk.
Yeah, there is no special.
Hey, that's the secret behind how to make sure your husband always spoil you. Sometimes you freak out to keep him wanting to do it more for you.
I don't think there is any secret recipe for
No, I
for
think
that.
it depends on the person.
It has to do with the personality of each one. And I hope that does this close all of the questions?
I think this is the last question I have. But I want to add, I think nobody needs to spoil you forever. Yeah,
Yes.
nobody can be
I
spoiled
think-
forever, even if it's from your direct parents. It's a between husband and wife. It's a relationship of equal relationship. It's not a relationship with a giver and a receiver. It's not like that. It's a corporation.
When
between
both
two
work
people.
together, together for the same goal.
And then you
then
do what you want to do for the others.
Yeah.
It's not out of responsibility or anything like that, or to show off,
Yes.
to make other jealous. It's
Yes,
not like
not-
the
not-
fly
not-
is really liking you,
Yes,
and it
it's
keeps
liking
flying
me
over
a
your
lot.
head.
And
It's
I'm hating her.
Yeah, more out of your own will, free will. You just feel like doing something for the person.
Correct.
I think maybe I also
But
provide
no.
some value to you that makes you want to do that for me.
Yes.
Because I don't cry or sob, say, oh, nobody love me, and then to tell you, please love me more and give me something. I don't do that. Yeah. So.
Is a well-oiled relationship, and working as a team. Life is smooth. Is more important. All of these gifts, or sometimes when we do the videos, and can I add this up? Is okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we do the videos and there is a gift that I bring to Lynn, or I ask my mother to bring to Lynn, whatever it may be. It is not a show-off thing. This is actually something I do for her as a special treat. It doesn't happen all the time, although you guys see all these videos
One after another.
added relatively close to each other. It doesn't happen all the time. Is special little treats, is things that I know that she likes. Sometimes she doesn't ask or she doesn't even like it, and she will give me a bollocking, as I just mentioned earlier. But it's small little treats. What is important for me is that she's by my side when I need her, whenever I'm down or whenever I have any doubts about whatever it may be, either the next investment that we are doing, even when we purchase the car, the dog, anything, yeah? Lynn has, she's very focused, she's very clever and intelligent in explaining all sides, pros and cons on everything. So she's my forte on that side.
Because you don't like to think too much about anything.
Yes.
You do
I just
things,
like to do things.
The motivation of you doing things is that I want to do it. Motivation with about me doing things would be, does it make sense? Is it the right thing to do? Would I make me happier doing it? Like I have
is
a
it
lot
profitable?
more. Yeah, is it profitable? I have a lot more thought behind comparing to you. Is just something you want to do. So sometimes you need a clear head. I'm the clear head, and sometimes you need a passionate heart, and he's the passionate heart. We are very different from that side.
And together.
So and then if you put these two together, kind of you have the whole thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Yeah, I think that's why.
Guys, I hope that we are here answering all of these questions. Lynn just reached the 10,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And she had told me already there were two maybe possibility in videos to do on the once she reached 10,000. Was this one or she does my makeup? So we settled for this one. I hope we answer all of the questions.
Yeah, that's
that
all
the
the
video
questions,
is
yeah.
not too boring, too long. Some thumbs up. Keep subscribing. And yeah, any questions about relationship or so, throw it to Lynn. I'll try and
I can
assist
become the relationship clinic.
I'll try and assist as much as I can when the question is
Related
redirected,
to the husband,
related to husband or boyfriend. Although all personalities, it is important to understand that all personalities, all human beings are different. So it is not always black and white, you know. Just because you are a man, you think that way. Just because you are a woman, you must think that way. There are many different personalities, many different points of views. So it's not always black and white. Yeah, there is a large gray area in between. Guys,
we thank everybody.
I hope you enjoyed.
感谢大家的支持，1万啦！
谢谢你。
1万，
拜拜。
拜拜。
Kisses. Happy 10,000.
10,000.
Now let's work for 15,000.
No, shot it.